Roman Mahama. I'm not all position of the whole Ghana for German Falcon. About the Babu Zunamai. I'm not buying also. What say or yet dialogue out or deba abaye. Let's just say, or no one can say, what self films you or Kenny or Koyo Bayan. Or no one can say, I'm trying to be about it. Nana, your idea of this year, my friend of source, and you don't community fan. You have a forgetting disability. Some of them with you. It was Yaga. I shall not get to know. Woman who cast a gun, how this comes to your cry, and you will stay in Siaganti. Maybe I'm a Ghana for. A bonnet papa was a yano. What's a doctor about 1 city? And that doctor, 1.10 cities. Fuel a baba, and the human diaco, and the cement, the human diaco, Vecity, the human diaco. And the idea of type you know, Baba can say. One course for remember like a dumpe, and will be by a dumpeno, with very real money, your free education, chairman for car. And just come out, do some new loopy, and no better animal na air coso. And the idea beyond a Baba Chagana for the Massa MP paying for. Women are also moment the plenum communicators. Women come mum. And this is what the women communicators, your Jumasa, and summer invata, Testament and summer abbey. Katie Hammond, a coca, and this is what you come. And the bear went almost for the Eti Ababacasum Nayo. I know you see the hard village. Nana do don't go for an uncoboso, Omicum, Cathedral Omicum, and also Baba, a dear MP paying for. One more year, I'm a gun of phone said, Sa by way or home with Yato. Namamono, I have a sauce, a little community fat. Went to me, who my gun, since our quaba, what can't you say no Cason Timino, and no buy the Tempton. Yes, I will ball, make it pioneer like a player, the idea. And to say they're going to defend it, a dear Tipano.
I am a man pounds, I say, and I'm in for chato. Hello.
Yama watching, Nana.
Yeah, Niamiaba.
Your way of Mamma Dome, Nana.
So, mammy, meet you.
Nana.
But only for Uchato, yes, dear.
You were back your more friends, schools, and some idea near Macanese. There's no crown, say I'm bull about punishment, make a crown. If it's not a Josia, Conceal, maybe a drum when Yama. Ye child drama, Ubedo. Now, why we shall dry, I to work to baby, a door free baby, we dare no copy one man. Next time, me say, I don't know where any punisher or no crown. Obey us, I didn't you. It is only many you know, my year free schools to mistress and commons and farm back because said they are nicking in no quantity to me as a crack, but punishment in no crown is enough. Cry change, say, a big in Qualano. No chance of finance minister. Make sure so when you could catch a gun of phone, I say. Say, face in your chum. He said, Diamond Colera Casa boarding house, only to feeding Finny and marketing media, and no interest a free, no, any free view. When you could run and get a gun for say a chomo, it says, obey cool squab, wow, now you're the school fees in Ubetia. It's a Chinamin said, the baby, a finance minister, at the Betu Jadagana for your bob, if you say, say, school fees. And it's not about the man in this Amukodia, and the Mosha is some more one, the moon to school fees.
And I say, my man, being Cajon, a production team, 7 from Yunun County. Hello?
Good morning, Manu.
Good morning.
Hey, Matthew.
You, yeah, and
Mamma do
open and close.
Mamma
Open and close.
Was want to say,
Uncle
Nana, Ghana for Mamma and our father, and the action. Say, yes, see, you say Ghana, a year crap a sharp. And you may be what, as you say, you're doing a poetry. Near Catcher, a Bible for the day, you see, and your Maya day. Yeah, you who say Manuaya Diato. Now, so Neja, yes, what one Kakani who trace me because COVID never fire, Nana. COVID, no, being who because mistake COVID, and I may yet you be a say. A best stay, Yankata. But yet then they, ye near Mamma, ye, will be too quiet no trouble to the back. Your man could that hotel. And yes, you could that hotel. They are shown who Yaria was another copia. What you have sign in Kalani would be on. I think you see. It's in the same for beginning a walk, a Yunia. It's Mr. Mikuma. Ghana for you see on your coupon of Boviasano or no party now, you. Would that have to none more from or Pestica on Pegite. No, no, appreciation. And a no pay. It is a net, yet Ghana. Now you see appreciation, you become na mo ye be ya na we say Mrs. e mo de kra ya no ani atena mo ya ma school fees free e ho free e na me na ye di maye about time wo hunya akosi about time fremo mo mien ka se nyankopon se papa nya wo pe e na enye ho
ampa de nya me pe na enye ho am fa me last caller hello
na machi
yenua
na ai adopede my na wase na ye na wo dem tin na tuma mo ndi magana na ba so man penny se
ampa cho e fra o se yun
ba je fe no kwesi let's so man penny se baby agana funya ejidi wo ne mu e de to aba ma no ene se o se amamuru enkoye na oba no ba hihye niwe eti ye hwe na nim se ye behu se ye nya gana fufu bia afi obi o ti bia no behu se ne ho ato no de me so man penny any budget e ba o china ene se taxes house obi ye fi ho no na eno na ma ye ho atiri ye no ye gana fo ye mpebio ne se obesi akoye kwati kwan e de taxes fufu bia betoto niema so e be twa tax ama ye so betting tax u be twem u be yi levy fi ho na mu mo tia kope tax fufu na akoto ni din fufu dia bre ye yesre no eno de onhwe de yi se gana fo mpeti biom because amokyere na ewu ano ade bana na mese gana ye nyina ye nyintu se ewiase ba bia ni wa wo ye bet na ye ntew tax eti me sa tax no man penisi o ye fi ono pa de se nya politics ene ka o mo kan ya enka onyan ma enka ho se ye si obi de osori a ene mranti be bia ntuma ne se onu de osori onya hwe de obeya ne so be betting no kodi no nya faso a yes ma ontua tax wo ho we ye kan we nana what is see out studio so be chewa de na ba se Ghana for mu se obi a chewa japade a obetua ho to obetua tax eti so bia koto chacha no wadia ale ne se ono de ma ontua tax because of koto chacha ye politics be bia e de ye kono so aye hwe ne ye kasa because a baby baye bibi na say ya the opposition no pe kwan ba ba mu nti no kwan bia no kasa tia e no na dia koduwe na kanya sa pa dia even duma emrante ne maba wa edia ese o mabrabo na ye pe kwan bi kwa ye fi wa obi se be dia be ba da bi me hwete mo de mo be koso ye sa ne ma no a na so ko sentence o mo ye sa ne na ko hu mrante a ahodi wo mu a gugu ho mabrabo asai e bia se atuntu o mo japade de ye sa ne ma no a o be giru nti be sre o ma pani hwe na betting tax no ko ade enko ma ne ka ho dara be do ase
men so me da se papa memfa ofrefo bia bi o mo memfa afrefo no ensi ha anopei empenfo wo studio ham no mo betwetwen enkomo Daniel Kolebochli Nooks president Salam Mustafa National Youth Organizer New Patriotic Party Reverend Professor Joseph Osafo Edu Director Center for Aging Studies Ghana nkokora ne merewa nyina headmaster any Professor Joseph Osafo Edu penifo nam ne omo betwetwe nkoma no pe na niam mienu na data table no so metoma omo a de ono a peso de fa bia no na magyae ama no de di kan ahohyeso discipline a ene mabunu ase ato na saram na finance minister beko parliament ochina ye kone se nie saa niam mienu ena ebedi ho nkomo anopai na mo mansa na meko no na makakodi nkomo no omen post sahene Dr. George Ekufu Dampare ne yere antigenet ene nabusua na ade nyina se we die yemfa akwanya iso ne na Ghana mbedifo nyina se na ohwe awieye se Ghana nyina na Ghana nyina ewo beve kpota oh asroho na enye asempeto akra esroho nti panifo abeja obiaye na bibia ye kama osoro na yera IGP na nkasa so se ne nuanom kankan ne nuanom ono mo ye adwuma POMAB members chief justice wo ho aban mu panifo asoafo hwan Ghana asofo ene hwan obia ya obabija omo yie na otwe awie ye ebra na IGP nase ora yire Joanna Pente omo epe no krabre no so do biara ase Yankopon nhire obia okai no kase ebobodi ni de ne kire se ibeja bi wom nti nyame nhire obia I just say edamase Yankopon enhyira obia nsentwerofo amanyofo obia osoda obia ase akwaye tough
memper off
and the obeper off pa
this is major of
sao me watch it
nukre
now what you say
nyame adom adom ra wo dia chame anapa we apomdim ho
e de nyame ase
nti make I say bibia you okay
e de nyame ase Daddy good morning that is I
nyame adom boko na we
Yankopon school for no we
omo ye pa
sa omo nyanko demonstration bia on
David
say the moboko bi na check akra on
she the ABC
mo he the ABC o
she the ABC
ya meti ase salam
I can say
better me no free ase ne wa me yenu na wa me table no so anopay finance minister and then discipline of the youth of today meaning baby our person be chance but in the next 15 minutes I want to enjoy your submission
yo now I can say me that say me chao echia ukriu nyina me chia me constituency youth organizers polling station for executives regional executives national abayin dada penny for mecha MPP for nyina mecha Ghana for nyina mecha obia na I guess anapa we me ba studio I thought that dan kwiku yebo a one take time obe hadwen o ma me stress
kwaku yebo
me hu say obi tika mu na o hwe me aso bisa na o say na akoy no normal na kwaku yebo
in fact kwaku yebo is a national problem
me no yadwen
kwaku yebo a national
but a fantastic guy. A fantastic guy.
Yeah.
The
only sports comedian in Ghana.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Like I say, I can be extra my drink akra ma nimba kakra sana my media bad topics no so me start free finance minister or co-parliament china the president John Dramani Mahama first budget under the fifth term, the fifth year in office, Eco Parliament, on the DD, actually Ghana for no. Chairman General, in some
Chairman Chakra no aba.
Me baho. No, I can see. In some be Eco so ye titin some bebri.
What can say yeah more info?
In fact, ye mindful no.
Okay.
Any Kokrokoo chitafo. Yeah, titin some bebri.
Okay.
Efa Chairman General. Ebi say we resigning. Ebi say or resigning yet. All of this no station no enka hwe enfa ho. Other conspiracy theories also ewo ho. Say ena NDC for say Chairman General en fi ho a. De omo ba show no so biom. Any insensem ni bebre ena ye hunya ewo krum. Nukure nim me de asredie ena me de be si Father Dixon nim. One Kennedy say management. Chairman General a legend. Ghana ha yentimi enkan morning shows are adibim. Edinkunim. Yenkan Kokrokoo and number 1 and number 2. This is one of the biggest platforms in this country. Yen bebreno shaping a political life. Inti Chairman General or a legend of the station, and I don't think say it is a idea say there's some, mystery shrouding the absence of Chairman General Ewo Show also, and around the station. Yeah, we need NDC for even without the show, no, or winning elections, no, in a very big manner. Meaning, what will make them big or small? Or show no so. Ejumadi we na together. Now you trick kuntai ye de entiase and say. In fact, now I can say, and a pebi metie wo ye interview ni Chairman General interview. I'll say no and a show we esini na so na oji mfunso bi aba no onde oji esini so. Enti odi a chaupa emo bia NDC for omonja mananka omombra na nyina ye show ni biom. It's because he wants all of us to work together to continue to build I think say father say with me any day I don't think a legend should be treated like that. Say in fact and I mean say Father Dixon also a Man U supporter. Or a Man U supporter. Na saa team de die se na ha me e wo babrabo mo no da ke three teams ambassador ka ba you de ka me yi o mama especially new one way akofa ba on the Amorim na him for crowd
Ruben Amorim
me problem me nya with Ten Hag any senior kwan or the gear a fire. That was my biggest problem with Ten Hag. You see, we don't treat legends anyhow. Because they have sacrificed to a cause. Anything I probably may they as a dear AC management in him, don't he? Say Kennedy or say ATM GM only Father Dixon and probably the Michomo the as a dear AC meaning say and some way don't mention na yenya review na ejumadi no enkoso like I say na ye train budget.
Onim say enche krabo na oboba no pa na chama ba.
Ene na ye na ye hwehwe.
Nto oboba no aba. To dey train oboba.
We say we bo 5 e man na ha. Sometimes me ba na wa hear me there because sometimes Chairman General or diabolic ways of using the fire.
That is what makes him the legend.
The benevolent dictator. Because sometimes person be jano, but now crime be so well no teacher not so say hey Chairman General, don't do that.
You don't have
let the fire go on my ejanan dare.
Obaba chema baba.
Ya feno. So that once in a while so odiho na ube 5 na. O say ye ba sara na eja say honhom no si for man na ya bogum
na ya so benya kwa bogum de
so say a Chairman General de no so say what's you no perfectly because these days also say ye be say bieja na de bi woman ye bieja no na de bi man
bieja but mu mie no ba before e be hwe nsu aguso ha
but how so na wo bieja na ekwechire
fire service headquarters ye bieja
because me can say tamalefo etie mi kuma si etie mi ifa ewiase afa ha nyina grofo etie intimi tuje guma ebekọ echire
dabi ubetimi aka asem kro na abato beka na differently
ye twen budget na china
sure
ye twen budget na mayenka enchira ban we say omoa ena omama omoho timelines inti nia ye be ye no any say you be hold you to account with respect to timelines on omo edi amayen say omo first budget in levy ebe film betting tax ebe film any taxes be omo classify as nuisance taxes ni ayame ya any say Ghana for 2 abewie ye 2 months ni John Dramani Mahama swear in me out of office out of office. We don't see reduction in fuel prices. Rather, the fuel prices almost every 2-week window there's increase. But anything I can't afford to Abamano. In fact, the promises were too sugar coating. that the Ghanaian people fell in love with the normal canning na so mo ba on be ma petrol bo akofom ye ka say ne banku po akosoro
na say oba onye budget afi na obe ono an budget
say me ka bia be su say ye be say budget no ye hu say agrobe so a efi anapa say ade no be yi a ebo bebre campaign bebre a omo ye tia MPP aban say yen na ye ma ahokyere eba ye na nyama bo akosoro ye pese yen hu say cement bo ekofom budget we mu so manya sa and yen kontompo ye pese yen hu say there are measures to arrest further depreciation of the cedi because they will say Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo December na a number 14 point something and then you can say 15 point something you can say you practical measures are buying way with respect to the depreciation of the cedi quite on be faso na stop taxes are almost you know we want to see say budget way are addressing those concerns e-levy no yen pese be hu e-levy bio and yes sir on 120 days or man say within 120 days on be A B C D as a 120 something promises they made no on man yes on man ya nana ya kase ye be ye oyekere e wo man we mo o hit the streets
but it not be too early
no you see now yenye bibi ewo man we mu na yema amanyefo ehun se yemfa adada enfa win elections adanko adada politics no yenjai enye sa omanfo no omugidie ewo amanyamu amanyefo eni amanyosem ebekofom and it will be the beginning of the end of our fourth Republican dispensation if we allow it to persist. That politics of mendacity is allowed. Politics of atro adada is allowed. We should not allow it. And intina I said here say promises are omudia to jano. We hold them to strict account. So that next time my phone ekoto aba near politicians bekebia amaya for bekebia no omunim say ombet made so enti no mo hye sabo no but ebo obe hye wunim say wa utrimpo wa bopo ahyebo but wunim say wuntimi di board so but still upe to minti what control e dia win abano no the principles of democracy doesn't countenance such and I think say on the basis of that no yen nyina no echina ye benya sumpa na yetie nya finance minister edeba parliament obedi ache yen nyina manfo no and we will take our papers, our notepads and pens na ya copious notes esi ho na say ye hu say budget no enye ne abeboa Ghana for will come out to say it say na make no if within 120 days ye hu sisanye bia with regards to omwa enyama omusi omubeye no ye hu say koswa no we will not allow such deception to continue ye be oyekere in fact e be continuous hwe ne omo in fact Flagstaff house no you will go and pick it ye be ko akoda ho me kwa me the gas cooker any mattress and ekoho me ko that Flagstaff house enim me nua indomie e wonim ho president mama eko officer na ohumi say me gina ho nua indomie
na some momota mama boys na ngo ho momota mama boys
oh omukoye ya momo kwan nti obi oman wo bi ntimi nka say Flagstaff house ye ntimi nko ho cause Ghana for yesika ena ye di see ye yesika ena ye di twomoka yesika ena ye di maintain ho it is the embodiment of the spirit of the people of Ghana. Into why do you tell us me baho? Ya beko ho. Me say there I make ho me the mattress. Volo mattress. Me ko da ho. Say ko picket. We are going to picket. Me the gas cooker ho any silver, any pine. me the indomie any show ha 8 uba ho na me nua indomie eno kwa no raw indomie sao sausage anim nkosi anim aha na omehu say politics of adada no e be ewieye and media for mumboyen the politics of deception no it must end. If there's any existential threat to the democracy that we are all nurturing, no, a true deception. Because the very moment I'm on my phone, be who say, "I'm for the and tronco no mucha," then let's forget about elections in this country. Because the next time you will not find people coming out to queue and vote, because they have lost faith in the political system. And where are we heading to? We're heading to Armageddon. But that is not where we want to go. A civilized system of government. Obiatimi chenadwin kabina min kebiamamu eno ena yepe. Eno ena yaye for the last 30 years or so. Omampenyin omabeni nyina no, they have been able to hold the fort. And I think say Ghana for any ABA Ghanaians are becoming extremely discerning to the extent that manufo entimi and dada or mindful no. I don't think it should be countenanced anymore. And it is the basis that be follow budget no. Now you are making sure say a bobia or mosheye on begiso a bobia. It must become the standard in this country. Say, Washa boy, who be this so? Nana do Danko Kufado, only Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Omoba Bemu in 2017. Omanka say, economy I ever toy and now teta pansign into free SHS, bo I share, GD, ye. September of 2017, ye the free SHS. We implemented the biggest flagship the very first year. You can say, oh, you per political mileage into young train about 2020. I'm sure 2020 honomo na ye diabetum na ye Ghana for de na omo to Obama MPP bio dey be. Let's do ne about one minor. And then you can dispute the figures. AB say 5 point something. NDC for say they be and 5 point something. 3.5 million on Kola and are benefiting from the free SHS. Forget the numbers. Even if it's one child and are benefiting, then we have achieved something. I'm sure that child would have been left behind. Nana Yakasi say if you do it to the Makani Prem I. Me, I'm a product of education. Prof, baby, I'm if and yes, cook a cram at my pajama edrusia. There's nothing else that could, put me here this morning. So if I am privileged, it's because of education, and that is why one thing that me fame diagro, school sem. Until we want to see all that. See free SHS, review, day. We want to see all that. Reflect how they are going to finance it. Yeah, enjoy. Ma enyomuze abano winning by a landslide, by a huge margin into Yakotiada. Yentinda baby, we will hold them to strict account. Send a minor yen bit me yen ye. Mije say after about on my dana ko bibia mewa meet my higher me bishop for obiatia. It's why don't I want the progress of the state? I want this country to progress. Me pese my way enye ye anything say bibi e koso na embo man na ye nyina ye beka say me party MPP ba abemu a will still hold the same standard. Because at the end of the day, it is in the supreme interest of the state. So that Eko Yema Mia, Enko Yema Prof, Enko Yema Mr. President. That's why we say that we are making progress as a state. Inti budget no you trying is it Ndrechi also me who pictures of finance minister on the team omoko makola se omone before no ekodim komo senior. I don't know the real intention, but drafting of budget, I came close. I was a special assistant to the vice president in the process of drafting budget. I'm doing a call meetings in the kind of rigorous processes our budgets go through. They are very rigorous. It encapsulates the thinking of a lot of people, market women, and the economic indicators, at play at a particular time. It's a very holistic thing. Ma abangwe and play to the gallery. Baby, it's not about optics. We're in real difficulty. So it is not about optics. And your optics and about buying solutions.
Mate, I mean, solution.
Into omunjai, agrono. Dosu and a complaint, and another Danko Kufado, buy a sinking fund, $64,000. That I want to say, I'm buy about make your bond.
Now, Bosumi means happen a Usu. Bosumi means happen a Usu.
Means Omono Musu. Time they complaining. Which energy minister now? The guy is complaining.
Mate,
Min energy minister. Already come on, watch them cry. Say, "Oh, we are good," and Zambia is doom and gloom, and I mean, you can't be serious.
Salam, beba, Numsio.
Me actually, yeah.
We actually, yeah. Any home.
And then it tempt the.
That could you kakra home kakra. Ghana go grand number when you headmaster. My headmaster. Problem now.
Salam na say banana no say salam no pay wa charge pa
me catch no say nya no ya gam nim de obeye
me was wa charge na ose chairman o charge na chairman ya kulu kakra ya mo ba chairman bra
obeba
mene salam akabo mo ba chairman bra but na no say salam na oka omo a omo donate towards the
wheelchairs no.
Yes.
Oh.
Me born the one last week. Enti oti hedi me ba as the PSA pa enfama no. Salam.
Prof.
Abaso. Enti we've been able to procure the first 100.
Oh, fantastic.
Ema yede ya donate ebi go so mo
ba. Any juma also we.
Small juma pa. Edema se pa.
Prof, you're fantastic. Prof, a foot there. Oh, as a person, you need the light of Prof behind you. Some of the people behind us, but Prof, you're fantastic. I appreciate your in-depth wisdom and advice. I appreciate it.
So, center say, you emphasize questions near the was for that.
It's my pleasure.
Papa said ye in the piano me house bi na kache Ghana fo nyina ne wonga ebebo anse do mase na emom no yegusu a nyame adoma abroso abai October na yasa launch project 100 for HS phase 2 yempese obi abenyini a obegusu ada empemu a ontumi nsore sebe enye ne ho yie yepese na nsame nsi bi muji no motwa foto ba ko se aw se de onya control entino obi pese obeboa ya Center for Aging Studies na se de onim no ebre aso se obi opese obabesua ade nso wo ho no our forms are out okobank biya mu a obenya masters in counseling 1 year
mrewa en Kokrokoo
na so we must no dey mrewa na Kokrokoo the counseling no dey is a general one of the best.
Prof, now ni ha e ko graduation no buy no and Jamia station celebrating na ko bi akwa choro me ka so bokwa akwa course bi e dey am counseling
Catch and say, Ombra no be say. Obo say enough.
But me say, me offer say so we ready. Me to school fees na man.
Aman, Ombra. Ombra, Obe drop you up in just.
Obe share Professor Mateko.
In 3 days. Anybody?
So when you are ma.
Anybody? And you know, forms are selling. And to be your person here, masters in counseling or yesremo, okotofan this year no. Nana I person here, ba akobia eno no. Fully online. And to say, opesa oba no bia, and they are online. MA counseling online and a weekend options. Nana you MA in aging studies and so. I don't say 1 year. And to with me about NFA you masters and a master in philosophy, a master of philosophy. And I know a year MPhil, I don't see 2 years. And I don't know by your coursework in 1 year. Nefe 1 year or research and so 1 year. And I the chat the 4 program a PhD in aging studies. And a 4-year program. And you know it's here for the program is you Oko University of Ghana website will say in Ego. Oko Bank BM now I can say open forms University of Ghana for better on voucher amount. Now I follow the process online. Now I apply for FFA. See salam and peso baho. Nti salam oba on say fire ya obi o hey
prof me na baba
salam obi ma akoma me ya so imagine now cuz na afi July ya me be me second fundraising nana unse towards the building of the center no last year near year and salam boss wa be boy Dr. Baumia, amazing and fantastic person. I mean, that day, no, he busy, but he still passed by about 2 hours spent with us and Sana Oko. And you know, Nana catch up, Wako say, or do parliament, no, may or Chamiabo. And I'm who so now, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, catch and say, and the original speakers me, and the honorable Wako Namisha Pada, it was just fantastic. India, only team, no, Professor Bossent and Asade Macano. What the other family are so cry, and I a chairman, in a nim, Nana, my promise, Abroswa, wiki, dear, bet me. Into many salam. Ejina na so ye hekwa me anim.
Prof, enya woni salam nko Ghana nyina etwen.
Nanso I said ye ne pia ye ne ye kana hase ye hekwa.
Monta mu chuku.
Ente kwam ye hwanimu.
Obeba
kwam ye hwanimu.
Monta mu chuku.
Bra na afeo.
Mate. Prof me da se. Ene mame so for Reverend Father Hilary Agbenosi, happy 40th birthday.
Wow.
Enti Father Hilary happy 40th birthday.
Father, congratulations.
Where suffer. Father Hilary there. Oh, where suffer.
I suffer. Nana I also do more than say.
Prof, who she now to me say where she suffer.
Where she nyaminipa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Father Hilary.
So where she suffer.
I mean sure.
Na adwene mu da ho.
Very good testimony.
Sure. Now onim what it means to be called a priest of God.
That's right.
Yeah. Father Hilary. Why are there? Father Busuafo nyina any legacy of hope team. His Grace John Bonaventure Kofi CSSPD anim say yema happy 40th birthday. Father Hilary, baby I will be yema happy birthday. Danny?
Yeah.
Anyone you know what table no so no pay. Last week you started discipline of the youth of today. And a chance of finance minister ever caught parliament. In the next 15 minutes, in Pesamitia, or Pesa Defa.
Yo, Medase, I'm charity for Sunina. HR Ghana School for Sunina.
Amen.
Last week, no. I'll just wrap up from there. Now, you share the spirit of indiscipline in our schools. Now, may conclude, you know. Me bobo nyama kakra so NUCS, National Union of Ghana Students, your partners as a union, no, in most cases we work with the education partners and our youth development partners in the country. And for this particular program, me boss because essential values for Ghanaian handbook ya developing no a key game changer ya GD say ya de sha ase e senior high schools ni mu a ebeboa ya diagnosing who say most of these challenges are no a breakdown of values in our societies. Na last week me boss also say ye blame senior high schools no say we koso and indiscipline and I say na mom the ye really feel say these high schools no omuni isolation omo krobi mu kroni e friend Ghana na
omo oman bi mu
omo oman bi mu oman Ghana no omo nyina wo mu no e kire say these senior high schools no omo reflect the ekoso wo oman ni mu enti say ye hu indiscipline in these institutions enya wanwa because the indiscipline is already in the society. Inti was obiaye na famu de. If he sorry organizations, the workplaces ni baby also obiaye na famu de. The yen so yebetimi aye no is to support the educational regulators. The Ghana Education Service, NACA and the other partners are the essential values for Ghanaian Youth Handbook Abbey. Now these essential values for Ghanaian Handbook was written by Ghanaian youth. The students from various senior high schools and the nooks and Ebaye together to put together this handbook that is being implemented by the Ghana Education Service. During the piloting, the 11 values includes understanding responsible citizenship, understanding honesty to combat misinformation, understanding integrity, understanding diversity, understanding equity, understanding discipline, understanding self-directed learning, understanding adaptability, understanding resourcefulness, understanding leadership, and then understanding confidence building. Under these main broad topics, we break it down to how they can apply. Senior, omode sa values nyina ya bobosu yi Ghanaian values ya identify. Senior apply all these values into their various lives. Now yajidi say way subebwa. Whilst at that, we'll also be calling on the PTAs, say almost play a role in helping the institutions, and also say very good training bema nkolano e wo fie wo mu say oman no ayedin nti in these days both parents are working ma me ne ye ejuma papa ne so ye ejuma and ni nyina aka ho na emra nka wo say yenya e de hwe nkola no yenya nanso the little time I benya no yema yeninko nkola no ho me ne awofo na e kasai se na be ya pressure ni nyina enkoda school for no so maybe on the other matters Nooks very interested in the finance minister's presentation of the budget tomorrow. Very interested because National Union of Ghana students represented 12.5 million Ghanaian students.
12.5.
Yes. And these 12.5 million Ghanaian students represents almost all the youth of Ghana. We have about 70% of our members within that age bracket of 15 to 35, which represents the Ghanaian youth. Inti, you were very much interest our budget in mo. Your interest in our youth development. Now, I am very excited and glad say about way by I dedicated a whole ministry for youth development, because we any country future in our youth, and what the good thing I say, as a nation and as a continent, we hold the largest population of youth in the whole world. You call other populations are almost aging population, and also some youth population. And India is facing it. China in many years were holding the largest population in the world, has dropped, and now India holds the largest population.
Yeah.
And they are facing a huge issue with their youth because they have more adult population. You go to Japan, it's even worse. That's a country they buy more adult diapers than children's diapers. And your youth determines your productivity, because mabunu and juma ema man enya mpuntu inti se ye she or mind we in the future youth no, and youth no, National Union of Ghana Students in the cry youth no, into your interest what no huge. Na you can youth development most of the time no, we are referring to 4 key issues. Number 1 is education, number 2 is sports, number 3 is entrepreneurship, and number 4 is skills development. These 4 things are a key mayen as youth of this country. And the finance minister parliament or chenano sharing how our government intends to spend this year. No, who say a lot of dedication is going to education. Education all over the years, government's attention has been there. Until we are looking out for the reforms that are coming, which NUX has been part of. National education reforms, egusu koso this week na yebeye ejumani na ye share budget allocation ebeko into education. Ye share allocation ebeko sports is very important for us as youth of this country. Ye share budget allocation ebeko entrepreneurship enye obia na ebeko grammar school ewie akwa university akwa tena office aye ejuma ebi so beye omunsano ejuma. Entrepreneurship is key to youth development. Na ye share skills development also. Omo ye develop your skills. Na omo itimi ede omunsano ejuma egu form any 11. Inti for us at the National Union of Ghana Students, Ochina yebetie finance minister ne presentation, this is our key input. Unfortunately, we were not invited to make a direct input into the budget presentation, but we are hoping say these 4 areas under youth development Amabo Boswi finance minister would make very, very good allocations for it, because no never determine the future of this nation. That's it.
But that's a papa. You remember your cousin Daniel Colette Boche, or President National Union of Ghana Students News. Yes,
Mr. President, okay. Also, that benevolent.
There be next time table a proper motion before the house.
So the motion has been tabled to ask a supplementary question.
There hasn't been any seconder. There's a counter motion on the table.
Prof has seconded.
Motion here, day.
Mr. President, say Omoko the Forum on Education. Yet he said one of the news item indicate say free SHS say o person ko board na e wa phone e honka
na say the forum no we report beba
well
do the entry report no
because it must dovetail into the budget,
okay,
so like you mentioned.
Entirely accurate. Said that was the decision of the forum. As a forum, no, obia one opinion. And people were sharing their opinions. Some brought that idea, say government shouldn't take the cost of boarding. Others also defended the idea because the issue is if you do that, who benefits? Other ideas about and so they say there shouldn't be wholesale transfer from junior high school into senior high school. There should be a cutoff point. It is ideas are the say into what Felix Poto to me. Some people even can't write their own names and the rest, and yet they are being transferred into the senior high school. What should be done? All those suggestions have been taken by the Education Forum. As a matter of fact, we also Nooks made a categorical appeal to the forum committee, and so we also had a student version, a student engagement of the forum, and we brought together all the student leaders in the country from all the students union, from NASA, GAPS, GNUGS, and all of that. And again, so how we think the forum should take, and then how the reforms should take has also been made. We have also submitted our report. The committee continued and went around the country, also took other submissions. And this week on the 13th, they are also going to hold the final forum, which is more like an open forum where now everything will be put together for people to make their final submissions and criticize, and all that will be done. Then a final decision will be made on the way forward. Until you do into train.
Into the report in Beba.
I report in Beba. But send a mechanic and.
But I mean, prof in you.
Okay, prof.
But I mean, prof in you. Why? But before I go professor, no. Isaac Odro, Salam Waunipa. Isaac Odro, Bob G, and I Bob G. Awoda.
Oh, happy birthday.
Isaac Odro.
Awoda pa.
Wow, Papa. Commissioner of Police, Michael Nanketi from Pon, also my happy birthday. Nyankopon Inshirao, na bibia enkoso yie emfa emao. Eno so kama. Na Nanketi from Pon over the weekend Michiano. Banko Toji. On say na ehona IGP koye nsiye no. Hey, nsiye de. Province ye no guma hodo.
How difference no.
Prof,
any na.
Hey, but seriously, a free Japan. Prof, the weekend was terrible. The weekend was terrible. Just terrible. And I was who drew at Timpoku Hona. I see a honey in a send a honest ya say. But me faza kwano so akoduru pando na prof me koduru pando no ade ba ko eba mitim ni say politicians say hwe because Ghana bana yeto is not so much about the why you
at all
the nipan person
no
asa because say a free at Impoku ekokosi pando. Sorry, sir. I no panic. I just am 9% of voter region. Prof, seriously,
I didn't hear.
Because NJ BM uses Aquino. Meaning, send another Aquino city.
Wow.
ɛna na no so me fa ho me hu sɛ na kwa na sitie enti sɛ my way no kwa nka bia ya bato narrative na be different
and very different
the politicians ya mu hwe kakra na yeah o mama ni yedim de yepe anyway bro
I'm consult
I'm not for headmaster
Matt says and I think this happening in Ghana will be a community bina omoko senke a well now me as part of my community research engagements me share be that almost senke a well for an endemic area omunya parasitic infections and I'm pese almost senke well the senke well kama say be ya nsu na aye infected no wonko honko sensu I'm for the baby cry na area there oh I senke well no they were looking at taste instead of looking at safety and the fact say nsu na asenka momo no a better so no man be say nsu na yede obeko ba ko na infected and sometimes the amount for penny different now that leads me to begin my reflections on the news president kind in fact I'm looking forward to read that document. He said with me share with me the value school value
essential
values we now no boss me say me head what and what are in this now area ba kwa na research for the past 15 years aba apapa me pese me hu say ebia sections be ewo documentary my occupy and I address no the issue of emotional regulation a bit more friend no emotional intelligence no you find it somewhere within the value system but say why isolate no one dealing with data you can't want me young in some of the topics now here ko yenim no I was saying who say our world is very open now nana me no my first computer I got was after first degree so computer no me so train sound be making no na me nya ji na o be kai sa na o so no burning up power na jina
na fan na
jina na say wow young man say bia salam so goto fridge mo no how what be there
kola pass ya na kope bi
kola pass o ye se ka
ana ko Roman Hill ho ba bi na kope bi
na kope ti ko television bia na no bia na restart your bra and look at the time me first degree and sana minya access to use a computer but me last one our GHS use onya access to use a tablet a phone all of this the chance say ability and access to information say onya enime bi ya obeken kan say yes nye nana atiatese is the barriers are porous now and ubetumi ahu akra bi ya owo ebi ya Canada or US or Japan or friend say Germany or India or China we more discuss bibi na wasua and that's what is happening now and these days krampo nana some of the values no Rebecca said these are essential Ghanaian values no they have been compromised a little bit na enon chese asai kra na mom no ye various cultural shift ne can I say afrafra na eba no a mix akeka your values ni bi it doesn't mean say those values na free amaya hodum ni nyina ye ebi ye enti what be kan now say bi so ho ma what they kan values mo ba na wo say no say preserve what there no enti no it would be good to read that document pa na you say o chere akorabi how to respect said the nipa kasa said the asemi ba obenya abotre said the o school ne bia nkrofo bi ne won onu andi ya obefa various processes mu na won school authorities enyan kitahudie na onfa etuo anase ka enhye wonsam the base the denominator na say akra na be hunu sade osi hihye na tenkafa because sisi I'm saying that no sisi say hu say obi ebro no ana obi di ninya ana obi huro no ana obi buli no na base ne say obenya na tenkamu ntiase say atenka ya menyei say na menya sa atenka no a say me behave this way that way one of the things say ho adwuma na education any the way it's in school my family that and maybe I say I have had time to personally reflect on our educational system come my family nya nonko and masa nya the opportunity say may collect data from the schools na matne ahe and yemu o mayimu ne my educational system some of the issues I can answer na is that no we don't follow through to the end. Say be if you say hey akọ 1 year akọ 2 akọ 3 akọ 4 na ate committee no a review we are as a some of the back now he say okay yenya ebi a gaps be what do we do with the gaps I will say to me edi ade achia kosiase na wentwentwe ni maybe a enkoye no yesiesie no that's one biggest challenge we have in this nation and the implementation is a big issue. I say various committee reports, various policies, but nina shite some baby. And the niamana every schools ebe ya beyond the fact say our for asudieda onso a teacher for asudieda onso a buy asudieda onso and say miniana kan educational partners asudie da won so no me ade ba ko hu say the fundamental problem e wo ho no say sa ne man nyina ne various actors nyina no ade hia pass ye ne say de bibi etudwa say ye be ye te say ye be ni wani ye be say really out the this essential value system here ye really out how many years one ediachi what are the you be evaluate here gaps no one how do we address the gaps until you follow throughout to the end no one who say at the end of year juma na year juma no then they also they count that's where I think the problem is and as I say the implementation problems account and also count na sa indiscipline ever in schools na most people quick fixes and ebina I remember I mean news president Okano obati say bi everywhere oh yemfa manko back e mana ne yembom nkran yembom achima akra no bonaba na bika bible kra say entie so bantu gwa na ebuziafo mehu akra ye gwa na ma wasoro sa ba to me edane mofra enka Kofi babone nka ente me na meka ka Kofi babone pa enyamba nkwa nti yenga ya adwene se emba nkwa na my schools ayi no mesere mo enyamba nkwa ya chinchin wi ase kakra ya akoko schools kakra ya wurawura other places na me ko Philippines eko one of the space me ko form schools na me ko fa baby a enkra ewo ebia there's emotional problems near the more engaging in hooliganism near the isolate you near the Macone at the table. And I idea grow how I just say intentionality trimpo say akray as I said ya boano ya obakono or more chaplains or more teacher for or more occupational therapists or more psychologists and ya yin koranoa ya boam na yes one back to the mainstream. That's a serious nation. It ya grow agree cry or mu say nkra no so mfa so me chinchin one from age 2 up to mom be about 20 something. Yeah boom to take them back. And it was last week I say yɛkɔ school sir deɛ ɛbɛma nkora no yie no ɛni a teacher for nkwansɛm I said it here ɛyɛ teacher for nkwa na yɛ school enti saa adwene sɛ teacher for no mom yɛhwɛ ne yie ne ya yɛmfa undue pressure anto a teacher for so nyɛ ɔmo nkwa a teacher for ka ho psychologists eka ho school psychologists counselors eka ho chaplains eka ho ɛna ɔwɔ me a mekɔ school a meyɛ alumnus ana obi a associations ahodoɔ a ɔwɔ hɔ a te sɛ Wesley girls na every once mo wa no kɔ na amakɔ tena hɔ na ɔmo invite school for no to engage them ne nyinaa ka ho ɛna ma school no ɛyɛ school ne nyinaa shape their values it shape where they are looking forward to it shape sani mo se dwene fa akra bi wɔ hɔ a ɔyɛ kra o school na wɔ hyia on student bi a na ɔno so yɛ kakra pa ɔba ɔse hey bra me wɔ hein na ɛfɛ me yɛ bad amboa me ti deɛ woyi gyae that statement alone where a encounter between akra no ɛne saa we no
senior krakra
me na meka cho e wo impact na ye min ko ho most of the time behunu say onye ye old student na ne on ta ya most of the time what they infrastructural commitment oh yes thank you well oh yeah we most of the time it doesn't mean say omo ye other things some ye but me head it na ye kura no nana we have to find a model e kwanfo bi so a saa old students association na won ho betumi abanfa so beyond yema yekosi dormitory yekosenke well ye top bus ye the justice eko then bio ye resi fans we should go beyond that nana as I said ye nya model bi a ye be engage sankofo no obako school a e be for the next 2 days no nana they are in the class e be ye bi I got a class for no one experience. Sunny and Crown AC interacting no Sunyade. Maybe you school no. Me secondary school no. For about a month or two. Now me chere idea in the school. My teacher asked me to come and teach literature. My literature, history and government. Until me go back. Answer na member University of Ghana. Now me chere idea. Man charge you be and because I was their senior, they were able to approach me and ask their dumbest question. Na ma church ase and there are models I bet me use na a shape your man suban in the schools. Oh, the models I bet me use make us school na another example na yetanya some churches are more intervention packages be na saade na saying in some areas na ebi no ye but they are na so obi a okọ school say o pese o kanya me asem kire o mo mesrem a these days na enyame asem nko enye package. When I was in school I saw it omoba nana ebinumo ede very good teachers in maths and any of the science courses, very good teachers abi a school for ni bia na omo ye sharp enti oba ebi a 2 days ombedi no no more organize extra tuition free prep time no more. Omo chere a school for no ade I benefited from such. Omo chere me ka wan teacher ba ko ba na ye Shakespeare na obebu boom that it was that teacher that made me understand that book very well. That na Presbyterian for omo ba ho no be yes intervention no into your package. So you don't just go to the school sir oh kona akokanya me asem kwa na wa fra akra kana no.